welcome, my brothers. As I'm sure you know exactly who I am. I'm D. This the Future Fathers FF podcast, and my bros, I would like you all to welcome.
Hi, I'm Taro.
This is my son. So yeah, give him a warm welcome. Yes, please do. I got the young man in there, or should I say, the younger one in there today, just so we can sit here and I can sit with him and be like, oh, so today we're going to have a convo about parents helping their children and how you can help. And obviously he's here. I don't know whether he's going to ask any questions. I know he's going to answer a whole heap of questions, but that's just what it is. So bros, as I said, the young one's here with me today. The older one's inside. He's not feeling too great. Otherwise, he would have been in here as well. But he ain't. So, T, how you doing?
I'm alright.
Yeah? Not bad. Not bad. Good.
Just came back from parents' evening, so
Yep, at college.
yeah.
And that was good.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. See? I like that. You're out here doing your thing just to find out that he's doing the same thing that I used to do, music. And my brothers, I tell you what, it's not easy. He knows it's not easy. We all know it's not easy. Nay knows it's not easy. Nay does music as well, as all of you know already. So we're just trying to keep it moving. So T, how has college been? How have you been? How's your week been? What you been up to?
I've been alright.
Yeah?
Yeah. Just trying to keep going, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Obviously, there's days that aren't your good days, but then obviously you get days that are like, you get your good days. Like today was one of my good days, but obviously in the morning, that wasn't really feeling all that. But then obviously went into college, was with my friends, and it was like, you know what? Yeah, with my friends, I can chill.
Good.
So yeah.
Good. That's what you should be able to do, especially when you're around your people. You should be able to say, right, I'm going to relax for a minute.
Yeah.
Not when you're at college, though. I'm joking.
No, we still got work done.
Well, of course, you better do. Because that's all I want to hear, that you're doing your work at college. Yes, good. Okay. So, on to the matter at hand, my boy.
Yeah.
Helping your children. Me being dad. Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you feel that I've helped you with certain things? All right, let's start with the basics, yeah? How
Yeah.
do you feel I've helped you with school and college?
In back in secondary, I would come to you for stuff that I needed help with. You'd sit me down for hours. Be like, yeah, what do you need help with? What do you need to do? And you try to explain it to me if I didn't know. And then at college now, where I'm doing like what you used to do, like music.
Yeah.
Before, my first half year, because I joined halfway through my first year.
Yeah.
But yeah, my first year, I wasn't that confident in doing it. I would still be writing songs, but more time than not, it was mainly freestyles. But now that I'm in my second year, I feel more comfortable, and I'm writing more songs instead of just doing freestyles.
Okay.
But yeah, it's like, and then yesterday when I came in the house, and
Oh, yeah.
when I came in the house, you put on a beat, and then we was just there. You was helping me without even, you would tell me what to do, and you wouldn't even show me what to do. You just start doing something, and then you tell me what to do, and then I would do it.
Yeah. As I said, manage the beat.
Yeah.
Manage it yourself and see what happens. Because that is ultimately the best way you're going to learn, by doing it yourself. That's the best way you're going to learn.
Yeah.
So all I'm here to do is literally say to you, right, you know what? This is how it worked for me. It may not work the same way for you, but there's at least some kind of blueprint for you to follow.
Yeah.
And for me, that's a brilliant thing. I tell you what you know already. My brothers out there, you don't know. Well, some of you do know. I didn't really have that much teaching I didn't have that much guidance. I didn't know what to do when I became a dad. So for me, it was hard in the sense that I wasn't sure on a lot of things, as in how to do them, what I was supposed to do. All I knew was I know what I don't want to do.
Yeah.
So I suppose the next question I got for you is there anything through school and college that you feel you could have had more help with from me? And that's a question my brothers, as I said, you don't know. He knows. I've asked him plenty times. Yeah. You don't know, but he knows. So just for the sake of repeating it,
Yeah.
what is there anything that you could have done with a little bit more help with?
Uh,
And if so, what was that?
um, there was actually one thing that you did help me with back in secondary.
Yeah.
Yeah, when both me and Jaden we were in secondary at this point, and we wasn't doing anything for Black History Month. And then
Okay.
we both came home one day. It was like, Dad, it's Black History Month, but we're not doing anything for it.
Yeah, I
You
remember
turned around and went, wait, what? What do you mean you're not doing anything?
I remember that.
You sat us down and went, alright, you gave Jada one task, and then you gave me another one, and my one was to research a lady. She was the first Black Queen of England.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
can't, yeah,
Go on.
can't remember her name because it was that long ago.
It was a while ago, yes.
Yeah,
But the fact still remains,
yeah,
I won't say you was told to do it, you was encouraged to do it.
yeah,
Simply because it's part of your heritage. Like it's something you should know. And then on top of that, I got Jay to do, what was it, the first black female that worked for NASA. Most of you out there will know the film Hidden Figures. The same woman, the engineer, her. That's exactly who he picked. Now, bearing in mind, I told both of my sons to pick somebody. I didn't tell them who they should pick or what they should. I said, just pick somebody, find somebody, a black person in history that you would like to know a little bit more about. And those are the two females that they came up with.
yeah,
Is all I had to do with it, my brothers, was literally encourage them into looking into their own history. That's it. I don't really have to do much else. Because if I'm encouraging them to look, it's a rabbit hole. Once you find one thing, you find something else, and then something else,
yeah,
and then something else, and it's like, oh, there's all of this stuff that I could be reading up on. Excuse me, or going through and sitting down and saying, oh, do you know what? This is something, and it actually is. As we all know, as parents, you want to teach your children the best way possible. You want to give them the most information that they have. You want them to be as successful as they can be. And the best way to do that, me and my brother said it plenty of times, is giving them the most opportunities in life. Giving them the tools to be able to say, right, you know, oh yeah, I know how to do that. Or if you don't know how to do it, at least you've been prepared for it. You got some idea of it. Now, me personally, I would say not having my dad around consistently all the time, every single day. Now, looking back on it, in my past, I would say, to me, it was kind of a benefit because I saw all the things that I did not want to emulate. I had all the information that I needed to not be the dad that I had, so to speak. I don't want to speak ill on the man, but you know what? Everyone has their pitfalls, everyone has their downfalls. Things happen. Yeah. So unfortunately, things didn't go as they could have gone. But at the same time, I learned a lot from somebody that wasn't really there. For me, I'm here all the time, every single day. So there's lessons that I learn from just being around you and Jay. Just learning how to be a dad and say, okay, well, I don't say this then, I do this then. All right, so Jay's inside now. As I said, he's not
Yeah.
feeling too well. He had
Yeah.
a nosebleed. Yeah, my brothers, listen. I told my youths from they were small. If there's no bone sticking out and you ain't bleeding, don't call me. I know it might sound bad, yeah, but that's how you teach them to be self-preserving. Yeah,
Oh
it,
yeah.
it teaches them to a little bit more to okay. I kind of got to look after myself. If I get a little scrape or a nick or something, yeah, I got to deal with that on my own. It's not about being horrible. It's not about being lax. It's not about saying, oh yeah, I'm not getting involved. No, I'm involved. Of course, I'm involved. But when your children are out there and they're doing stuff and you're not around, you can't control what they're doing. You
Yeah.
don't know, half the time you don't even know what they're doing. So giving them, as I said, giving them the tools to see how they should be moving out on the road is it's a good thing. I think it is a good thing anyway. Um, apart from that, I don't know, bro. Like, what else is there? What else is there? Actually, I do know. I do know. We've done gym.
Yeah.
PC's doing a madness. Yeah, we've done gym. We've done all kinds of different things together, and that is purely because I want the two of you to be able to say, "Oh yeah, do you know what? My dad helped me." It's not even just to say, "Oh yeah, my dad helped me with something." It's not that at all. I want to be able to. I want my children to be able to say, "I can call my dad. I can sit down and talk to my dad. I can have a conversation. I can not tell him anything, cause yeah, certain things you ain't supposed to tell your parents. Yeah, let's get that out of the way. Yeah, certain things you're not supposed to tell your parents. But on the other hand, you're in a position to say, "No, do you know, I can actually tell my dad."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not really that much of a thing. I can sit down and I can say this to my dad. It might be, I'm not sure how he's gonna react or whatever, but it's not a case of, oh yeah, I can't tell my dad this. I can't sit down and talk to my dad about this. No, bro, you're free to come and sit down and talk to dad about whatever you need to within reason. Yeah. If I'm able to help, of course I will. If I can't, I'll tell you. My brothers, I've told them on plenty occasions, look, you know what? There's certain times that I won't be able to help you.
Yeah.
There's certain things that I can't help you with. You have to go through it yourself. I can give you as much advice as possible, but there's certain things I just can't do them for you. There's no way possible for me to. It's not my life. It's not my existence. I can say to you, oh T, if you do blah blah blah, then this could be a consequence. That
Yeah.
is entirely up to you whether you take it and run with it and how you deal with it. Boy, do you know what? From I've given you the information, what you do with it is entirely up to you. I can't make you do certain things. I can give you advice and tell you, no, 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 no. Do you know what? You shouldn't do that. But ultimately, brother, as oh yeah, I didn't even he didn't let you know. He's 17. So right now, yeah, my brothers, I got two big boys in my house. Like they're not little children no more. I can tell them, no, you shouldn't be doing this, you shouldn't be doing that. But ultimately, I don't even really think it's necessary for me to be going out of my way and be like, no, you two supposed to be doing blah blah blah. No, you're big enough. And as big as my mum would say, do you know, you're big enough and ugly enough to look after yourself. Not that my youths are ugly, first of all. My youths are pretty children. Yeah, let's get that straight. But I just mean, do you know what? They're big enough to look after themselves within reason because there's certain things that they just won't know how to handle. And as a parent, that's my job to stand in and say, all right, do you know what, boys? This is how you might have to deal with this. I don't know if it's gonna work, but you can only try. And at least if you're trying, you're doing more than nothing.
Yeah.
Most people just want to sit down and do nothing. I would say I've tried to help the best I can with what I can do. I mean, I've taught you lot how to cook. I've taught you lot how to clean. So there's so many different little things that and I would say they're small things. I would personally, but that's just me. How do you feel about it? What do you feel about the things that I've taught you? How do you feel they're important? How they've impacted you?
Well, uh, I don't think that anything that is learned from a parent is too small, because
Okay.
it can always, it might not affect you when you first learn it, but later on in life, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not an instance of where uh, you would tell me to do this and I would do it.
Yeah.
Like, it would be one of those ones where you told me to do it, but wait to do it.
Yeah. Certain times, certain things you can't do straight away. That's
Yeah,
just some things you have to do. Some things have to take time, and some lessons have to be learned through. As I said, some lessons you just got to learn on your own. I can advise you
yeah,
and tell you, do you know what? Maybe you should do this. Maybe you should have done that. But at the end of the day, wait, you know what? The decision is yours. Like I said, it's not my existence. It's yours. You're the one living it. So
to be
go,
honest, I
go on.
think that was one of the best things you could have ever taught me.
What's that?
That not to, that if you know you can do it on your own, do it. But if you need help, come and ask.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
there's been times where I've been trying to do stuff like by myself for so long, and it's just not working.
yeah,
And then I would come to you one day, and it'd just be like, oh, maybe do this, because it was never, oh, always do that.
no.
It was always maybe try this or maybe do that.
Yeah, man, give you a choice, isn't it?
Yeah, and it would always be like, I'd always think about it, because it was never like, the one thing I thank you for is never giving orders, because I know there's some families out there that will be like, no, you have to do this, you have to do that, as in like giving
Yep.
orders. You always be like, no, if you don't want to do it, don't do it. If you want to do it, go ahead, by all means. I ain't gonna stop you.
Yep.
But like, that's where I feel like you you've taught me so much more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's gonna bring me to a tear now. Not today, anyway.
Because this can go back to me doing music. Like, at first you was like I don't really want you to do it. Like, you wanted me to stick with games design.
Yeah, because I know the road's hard.
Yeah. But then as I started to get more into it, you was like, you know what, it's your choice. You've picked music, you're gonna do it. If you wanna do it, do it.
Yep.
And then it was like, the first time I ever came to you for help about it, it was like, oh, right, so you're actually interested in it.
Yep. That's it. That's it.
But the thing is you asked me one question, and it was, why do you want to do music? And I
Yeah.
never answered it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can try to answer it today
Okay.
on here. So
oh, cool. All right.
the answer that I would have given back then would have been, because you used to do it.
Okay.
The answer that I'm gonna give now is not because you used to do it. That is partly the reason why I wanted to do music.
Okay. Yeah.
But the main reason I want to do music is because where, like, sounds are all around us, like, we can make music from anything.
Yep.
And as you've said, as you've told me before, music is a part of culture, part of life.
Yep.
It's emotions, it's this, that, and the other.
That's right.
But where a lot of people listen to music every day, or like, not, it doesn't even have to be every day, but where a lot of people listen to music, there's a lot of relatable stuff that people need to hear that they haven't heard. And
Okay.
I know that if I manage to find the topic, research about it, I know well enough, if not, well enough, if I haven't gone through it myself, that I can be like, okay, cool. Let me take a step back,
Okay.
look through someone else's shoes, and be like, okay, so this is what it's like.
I understand what you mean. Okay.
So yeah, like, my whole reason for doing music is to make songs that can help or relate to other people.
Okay. All right. That's. That's a big answer, you know. Thank you very much. Okay, so you want to make music that's relatable for other people to listen to.
Yeah.
That I can respect that. I can respect that. Definitely. 100%. Me, I did music because I had something to say. You've got a different kind of message, but it's around the same kind of thing. Yeah, I get that. I respect that. And as he said, bros, I'm behind him. 100%. Obviously when he started doing music, I wasn't too sure about it because I hadn't seen him show any interest in making music like that. But since he's started doing music, the progression is there. And you know, when you see somebody interested in something, you're supposed to kind of just let them do it. Like whether it's in them to do it or not, or whether you see it's in them. And my brothers, as a parent, sometimes it's hard for you to say yes to your child doing something, especially if you've done it before and you know it's not an easy thing to do. Music is not an easy thing. Everyone in London nowadays is looking to make the same kind of music, and my brothers, they all sound the same. If you're asking me, yeah,
Yeah.
these youths all sound the same. There's nothing distinguishing them between each other. Every man sounds the same. Every man's putting out the same kind of music. They're all performing the same things. When they're up on, it's the same kind of act. No one's an individual.
Yeah.
So if that's your answer and that's what you're doing music for, my brother,
Yeah.
keep going. My boy,
That-
do your thing.
Yeah, because as you said, London music scene is just the same. It's all
Yeah, of
drill,
course it is.
but the stuff that I do, it mixes with drill, but it's also R&B.
Okay.
So it's more of a dialed down version of it, telling a story.
That rap.
Yeah,
Spitting bars proper. All right, cool.
yeah. Because there's one song that I have finished, but I haven't recorded it yet.
Okay.
So for all the people that don't know, my stage name is TJ.
Yep.
And there's a song that I made, and it's called TJ versus Fear,
Okay.
because like a lot of people have uh, a theoretical, if not metaphorical, fight with fear.
Yeah. A lot of people.
Yeah.
Every day.
So what I decided to do with that was make a story going back and forth between me and fear.
All right. Yeah, I like that. That the concept of that, I like. I really do, because that is something that, see, even that now, in particular, fear is something that holds people in place in certain situations. Fear is also something that can be used to make you stronger. Fear is also something that can be utilized to give you focus.
Yeah.
But most people, I don't know, I can't say most people, I'm speaking from my own perspective. There are things that I'm scared of. There are things that I'm apprehensive about. Not scared, but wary of. And being able to help my children out with their fears and with things that they're not sure about, that's my job. For me, that's what I'm supposed to do. It's not a case of, oh, do you know what, I got to do this now. No, it's not that at all. It shouldn't be a task for me to teach my children something. It shouldn't be a task for me to sit down and be like, do you know what, my boys want to learn something or they're interested in something. How do I help them out? It's not a task. It's just something that you do. You're supposed to. You're a parent. You brought them into this world. They didn't ask to be here. Yeah. My brother said this, my brother said this on numerous occasions. Your children didn't ask you to be here. So you're obligated to your children to help them. There's no, oh, no. And you learn the amount of things for myself. But as a parent, I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, well, I didn't know that before. Like, for instance, this whole PC thing, yeah? I'm not even going to lie, it started with YouTube. The boys was watching YouTube consistently, watching man play games on YouTube. And I was avid. No, YouTube, you're not supposed to be watching videos. Now I can't go anywhere without watching a video, or at least putting something on to listen to. Listening to something for me is a big thing. I can do that anywhere. But going on from that, the boys was watching YouTube, watching man play games. My thing was, well, why? How is that? Like, what's going on with that? I don't understand. Why you just watching man play game? I don't understand that. So I was like, well, okay then. If that's gonna happen, then you lot play games just so. Oh, we don't have the computers to do this. We can't do blah blah blah. So I was like, all right then. What do we do? You have to make a PC. What did we do?
You made one.
Made a PC. It took us a little while, but we got there in the end. And for me, it was like, oh, okay, so this is where it goes from here. Now, brother, like,
We have 4 custom
well,
built. Oh no.
it don't matter how many.
Yeah, but we have
we got custom built PCs.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had custom built PCs that we put together ourselves through gaining knowledge and sitting down and trial and error. Didn't know how to do it, but we still got it done.
Yeah.
Now, it's a big thing. It's like, oh, well, actually, it's not a big thing for us now. It's nothing. Putting a PC together is nothing. We learned how to do it, and we all learned from each other. I did it and handed down the information to the 2 boys, so they were able to do it. That's just how I see things. If they want to do something, I try and learn as much of it as I can, and then when they're ready or when they show more of an interest, I'm in a position to be able to help them more than I would be in the first place. So, my brothers, down to you again, or should I say all of us, excuse me. Helping our children is not a hard task. It shouldn't be a hard task. Helping our children is something we're supposed to do because they're ours. We brought them into this life. We gave life to them. We're supposed to be able to say, okay, do you know what? This is where it is. So until we're in a position where we can say, right, nobody has to sit down and learn. We're all learning together as it is now.
Yeah.
It's more of that now. We all sit down and we all learn the same thing at the same time. And we just, it's different parts of information that we have and we just bring it together.
Yeah.
Like a good dinner or a good soup. Everyone's got their own ingredients. And we all just throw it in the pot and see what happens. It's always tastes good. Yeah. It don't matter what we're cooking or what we're conjuring up. It's always good. Do you know why? Do you have any idea, T, why it's always good?
Nope.
No? I tell you why, my brother. Because we're all doing it together.
Teamwork.
Not only that, bro, it's parent and child, father and sons.
Yeah.
Whether it's father and daughter, it really doesn't matter, but the fact still remains. They are our children. We are the ones that are responsible for them. We are the ones that help them. We are the ones that guide them. So there's no to-in and throw-in, or at least there shouldn't be any to-in and throw-in. It should just be straight, yeah, boom, do you know what? It's this. My children are my children. My brothers, I'm pretty sure your children are your children until they're not, because my 2, of course they're mine, but they're not mine. They belong to the universe. My brother says it all the time. Your children are not yours. They're yours until they no longer need your guidance, which is never. It's true though.
Yeah.
That it's never. You'll always need your parents' guidance or assistance in something. And I'm a firm believer in that assistance don't ever go away, you know. My mum still gives me assistance with certain things. I'm not sure if her mum gives her assistance with certain things, but I know her dad does. That's just how it goes. And eventually one day, my children will be parents and they will be assisting their own children. So, I don't know about you, bros, but I know about me. I like to give as much assistance as I can because it puts them in a better position to deal with certain situations like fear, as the boy said already. Yeah, that's a big point. I like that one.
Yeah.
I like that one. So, my brothers, listen, yeah, keep an ear out, yeah, for TJ versus Fear. I don't know where it is. Well, where are you going to be putting that?
Well, if I can get it recorded first, then
No, when you get it recorded.
yeah, when I get it recorded,
Yeah.
little bit of previews on TikTok,
Okay.
someone, and then maybe some on Instagram, and then obviously, full song will be on YouTube.
Hey, so my brothers, you know what? I think for now, we're gonna call it on this one. I had the little man, well, the younger man, and I can't call him little no more. I really can't. But I got the young man in here today. I thought, you know what? He had a good day. I had a good day. Let's share that and give the world something. So we did that. I don't know how we've helped you, if we have, with anything, but I can tell you this, brothers, don't ever sleep on your children because they will help you just as much as you help them. Yeah? We're all looking to make our children, or at least help our children, be the best versions of themselves, and we all want them to be better than us. There's no two ways about that. I would love for my children to be better people than me. Yeah? And they're growing to be that way anyway. I'm always learning and I can always get better, which means if they're younger than me, they got even more time to learn and get better. My brothers out there, your children also have time to learn and get better, just as mine do, just as you did. We were all young one time, we all grew up. I don't know what it is like in your universe or your house, but I know what things is like in mine. I try my best to help as much as I can in every way, shape, and form. My brothers, you already know what it is. We got the podcast available on all major platforms: Anchor.fm, Apple Podcast, Google Play, and Spotify. You can catch me and Nate on Instagram. I would love for all of you out there to like, share, subscribe, and follow. Don't scrimp on it. I beg you, do, if you can, do all of them, because the word getting out is how we make things better. Spreading the word is how we make things better. And sharing love is how we make things great. We're all here to make great people. We're all here to make a great existence. So I don't know how your existence is going, but I bet you any money, if you look at the things that you've got and the things that you've had, my brothers, you might just say, with my children around, things are a little bit better. They bring a smile to my face. I know my two do. I know for a fact your children bring smiles to your faces, whether you see them every day or whenever you can. My brothers, it's always a pleasure. Always. I love talking to you guys. I'll be back next week. I may have T with me. I may have Jay with me. I might even have Nate or another guest. I don't know which one it is yet. You'll find out when actually, no, that's a lie. I'll find out long before you lot will. I'll find out long before you lot will. So you just have to find out next week. My brothers, I beg you, please jump in. Bring your life experiences and bring all the advice you can. We're here ready to share, my brothers. So, from D and
Taro.
it's the Future Fathers FF podcast. My brothers, I beg you, stay blessed.